The road to recovery for heroin users is anything but easy. The highs are so extreme and the chemical dependency so great that breaking the addiction can feel nearly impossible. News 8's Jenna Troum brings us a look at what happens when a user quits cold turkey.
Mark Gunderson Lutheran's Director of Addiction Medical Services says the reason withdrawal from opiates is so difficult is that the drugs go to the part of the brain that regulates appetite, sleep, and energy. The brain stops secreting its own natural substances to regulate those things. So when you take the drug away, it takes a while for those functions to kick back on. And that's when withdrawal kicks in. Emily Ladone can still remember how it felt, overdosing on her kitchen floor.
I said to my husband at the time, I feel lightheaded. And the next thing I knew, I woke up with him crying over me. He was like literally sitting right above me and crying and saying my name and please wake up, please wake up.
But that wasn't enough to stop her from continuing to use opiates. First came prescription painkillers, then heroin.
It wasn't even the almost dying that made me want to quit. It wasn't losing 3 of my children. It was that I felt so completely empty inside, like as if the void inside me had taken over my entire being. And that was really the point of desperation for me. That was my bottom.
So after using opiates every single day for 7 years, she quit cold turkey.
I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I shook a lot. There was very little time that I spent feeling relaxed, that my body could be still. I sweat a lot. I had, a fever, I suppose, chills, and then feeling hot as well.
But unlike withdrawal from addictions to alcohol and drugs like Valium and Xanax, withdrawal symptoms from opiates rarely turn deadly.
People feel like they would rather die than go through the withdrawal. It's that uncomfortable, but they're not going to. It's not medically dangerous.
Even after withdrawal symptoms go away, that doesn't mean an addict's struggle is over.
Craving goes on for much longer than the physical withdrawal. And with addiction disorders in general, we don't have a cure.
Ladone never went back to opiates, and life hasn't been the same since.
It feels like freedom.
For the woman you just met, withdrawal symptoms lasted 2 weeks. That's not the case for everybody. Depending on what kind of opiate a person is on and how long they've been addicted, withdrawal can last anywhere from a few days to a few months.
All right, thank you, Jenna. Gunderson Lutheran's Director of Medical Services says while there is no cure for addiction, there are treatments. There are several medications available to help ease the effects of an addict's withdrawal symptoms.